Well, good morning everyone. Is this not adorable? This was actually sent in the mail to me by a girl that follows me and thought I should wear this for this week, and I thank her. Thank you so much, Thelma. It's adorable. I'm gonna try something today with my leftover ham. You know, I made a ham the other night dinner that I showed you that we did the whole ham in the oven. I did ham, baked potatoes, baked beans, and corn, and crescent rolls. And then I had a good hunk of that ham left. It was $12. So I want to show you what to do with ham leftovers. I've already cooked. Let's see if I can show you. Pancakes and ham for Dave. Okay, so there's a breakfast. And then I didn't video that. I'm about to start a marathon of ham leftovers. So I hope this is doable for you. In this pot, I'm going to make a pot of 16 bean soup using my ham. So in the bottom of this pot, I'm putting a little bit of olive oil. And I diced up 2 cups of the ham. The ham was delicious, by the way. If you go to Sam's Club, get those hams. They're just really, really worth the money. I'm gonna, like I said, make this soup, but I don't use the little packet of seasoning that they have in there because it uses so much, it has so much sodium. So I take it out, and I think the ham it's supposed to be a ham flavored packet. My hope is I could find the packet. I don't rinse my beans. I just let them cook. There's no rocks. I've never found a rock in a bean. I started rinsing them when I was a kid, and I said I've never found one rock. So this packet I throw away. It's just full of sodium, so I'm not going to use that. I do make mine a little bit different. I probably should have started that ahead of time. So what I'm going to do now is move you back this way. Hopefully you can see me. Yep. I'm going to chop this other bit. I have another hunk of ham here. So while that ham is sauteing over there, I'm going to chop up some more ham. Hopefully you could see me okay. And this is no joke. I'm going to use the ham up. I had a good 2.5 pounds left. Plus I sent my son home with about the same amount. Those hams were well worth it. I'm going to try to get some strength. I don't know what happened to me. I really don't. I just have to do it in a maybe inch size dice, I guess, because I'm going to put it in my food processor. So I'm going to have a 16 bean soup going. I'm going to make some ham salad, and I'll show you the rest. So next week, a lot of people will cook ham for Christmas. So I thought if I post this video, maybe I'll inspire you to use some of these ideas. There's a million things you could do with leftover ham. My old days, I would do scalloped potatoes and ham. I even like macaroni and cheese with ham and broccoli in it. So this is a lot of ham here, and I'm going to place you back over here. I'm trying to work quickly here so you can see everything. And this one is going to go in my food processor. So for my ham salad, hopefully you can hear me and see me. For my ham salad, I don't do too much to it. I put in relish, but I have like 3 pickles hanging out, and they're sweet pickles. I'm going to use them just because I want to use this jar up. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of that juice in from pickles. Hopefully I can get them. Come on, guys. So, it's a hard for me to do these videos, I tell you. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to try to open my jar. Probably should have got out I have a jar of a good sweet relish. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, but I'm doing my trick because I know I'll never get the jar out. Oh, I already heard it pop. The trick was, if you haven't seen me do it, you put the can opener under the rim until you hear that seal in the center pop. Put in some relish. Maybe 1, 2.5, maybe 3 tablespoonfuls, depending on what you like. I like relish in my ham salad. I'm going to get a spoon for my ham. I put nothing in there but a little ham. I'm going to put a little olive oil to get it really brown and good. Maybe a tablespoon of olive oil. Yeah, you can't see that. Let's just let that ham go. Next, I'm going to put some mayonnaise in my ham salad. This is going to be, I have a light under here somewhere. I do, but I don't know where it is. Isn't that terrible? That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. Let's say 3 tablespoons. And I want a squirt of mustard. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to do a squirt of mustard. Get it a little devilish. And that's it. We'll see how we do. I like it in a fine grind, so give me a minute. A 1980s La Machine works so good. I'm just taking it, scraping it down. Before I do that, I'm going to drop in 1 onion, 1 carrot, and 1 stalk of celery. That's my traditional starter of a soup. Bear with me, guys. I'm really going to town here. And I would like to get you in the pot, but I can't do both yet. So, I'm going to put the lid on. Nope. I'm going to put pepper in. Not salt, just pepper for right now. And a pretty good amount. I would say a teaspoon of pepper. Put the lid on because the lid traps that heat and it makes it start translucent. They start to get translucent. Oh, I'll just take the fork out. Okay, where am I? Ham salad is done. Let me move her. Bear with me, guys. Go back to the soup. Clean up a little bit of a mess. We'll see how we're doing here. I'm stirring it up to get the onions and the celery and carrots going. Merry Christmas, you guys. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. I like tomatoes in my tomato or ham and bean soup. So I have 1 can of stewed tomatoes. I'm going to drop them right in. You don't have to do anything that you don't like. If you don't like tomatoes in it, you don't put them in. I usually do like a navy bean and ham, but I had this bag of 16 bean soup, and I'm having a lot of reminiscence this week. Family reminiscence of my mom, and my dad loved all of these soups. Into that, I'm going to put the garlic. I have 2 cloves of fresh garlic here. I should have put it in right before the tomatoes, but I forgot about it. So there's no lying on this reality TV. Close her up, let that cook a minute before I drop the beans. Now that's going to go to the back burner for 2 or 3 hours, low and slow. There's no way to speed that up. I want those beans to cook, and it is freezing out. It's the high of like maybe 20 today, but the wind, it is crazy. The wind is making it feel like 11, I think is what they said. So I thought later on I'm going to have the navy bean soup that's going to be scrumptious, and a ham salad for lunch, and I'll keep going. I'm not done. Yeah, this is starting to look delicious. It doesn't really require much. You're going to just, it could be done in a slow cooker. That would even be good too. But I'm going to get it going right here. So I'm going to try to bring you over to the food for a minute. Oh, so all that is sauteed vegetables and ham. Hopefully you could see. I think you can. And it's simmering away. And now I'm going to drop my beans. I'm going to put the back burner on. Drop my beans in. This is so simple and satisfying, and I think my glasses are on. 7 grams of protein are in a 1/4 cup. So you're going to have more than a 1/4 cup. Yes, there's a carb. This doesn't even need a stock. I use a 1/2 gallon of water to start. where I'm at. I keep that right here. I cover all the beans. Again, here we go. Sorry. I cover all the beans. And I'm going to put it to the back burner. Because that's my smaller burner. And I'm going to let that come to a boil and then reduce it as low as it goes for a long time. Now, back to this mess over here. Oh, no. Here we are. So, I'm going to move my food processor out of your way. And, oh my goodness, I'm going to show you the finished product of that. So it's really simple to do. So last time I posted ham salad, I've done this before. I remember someone saying I never heard of ham salad. Neither had I. When I moved to Fulton County from Long Island, I don't remember my mother ever making ham salad. But I worked at a place called the Manor House, and they had these little sandwich sample. Can you see anything I'm doing? Little sample platters of. They were called a sampler. It was like little Hawaiian rolls, but they were dinner rolls, more size. And one had ham salad, one had egg salad, one had chicken salad, one had tuna salad. They were delicious little sandwiches, and that's the first time I ever heard of ham salad. So that was 1985. So we're talking 40 years. Oh my goodness. Can you see it right? I'm just really trying, you guys. All right, so this moral of this whole story is we have a lunch, a dinner, and it's going to be a lunch because I'm going to make it right in front of you. My favorite lettuce is that leaf lettuce. My favorite pitas are these whole wheat flax and bran pitas. They are 60 calories, 6 grams of protein, and there's only 2 grams of fiber in these. I thought there was more fiber. I guess the tortillas have more fiber. I do have the tortillas, but I'm going to do a pita sandwich today. And I'm going to put it in a little container for my lunch later. So I put my lettuce right in my pita. And I'm probably going to put about 1/3 of a cup in each half, but only half is what I eat. So it's really going to be two separate. Like that's about 1/3 of a cup, a little bit more. And that's my lunch today, one of these halves. But I'm going to make both halves because I've already cut it up and did it. So the soup is coming up to a boil. And like I said, once that comes to a boil, I'm going to reduce that heat. And I'm going to put it on the lowest, slowest simmer it has back there and let those beans all pop. And later on, I'll probably post a reel of the finished soup. So let's go over what was in that. There was 1 onion, 1 stalk of celery, and 1 carrot, all diced up. I start most of my soups pretty much the same. Then, to that, I added the 16 beans, but it could have been a bag of navy beans, 1 pound, or it could have been split peas. I start all my soups like any of those the same. Oh, the diced ham was 2 cups of diced ham. So I started browning that diced ham so it gets on a little caramelization. Threw in the onions, celery, carrot. Should have done the garlic once that was translucent. I always put the lid on. I still have all that ham salad left, which is another, I'm going to put it in a smaller container. Lot. I have 2 big pitas, and I'm going to put those in a container. I'm still not done. How do you guys keep up with me? It's like ADHD at its best. The garlic should have went in. Saute it up with the onions, celery, carrot, ham. There was 1 tablespoon of olive oil in there as well. Then I added the can of tomatoes, optional. You don't like tomatoes with your navy bean soup or any bean soups. I wouldn't put the tomatoes in pea soup, but I like it in my bean soups. You could have done it with stock if you'd like more flavor, but that ham is going to give me enough flavor, and so are those beans. And then you saw I had a half a gallon of water. And sorry guys, I'm moving around. I'm going to start back over here. And there's about, I don't know, what would you say? Pint, quart, something like that left there. So now, I made Dave's breakfast. I sent my son home with a lot of ham. A couple, I would say he's probably got 2.5 pounds. I don't know how much it was. I should have looked at the weight of the ham when I bought it. So they're Carver hams, and QVC had Carver hams from Corky's, and I bought them a few years ago, and it was expensive. It was like $50. This ham was $12. I bought 3 different sizes, 3 hams, because I love those because you don't have to mess around with anything. So I'm gonna get a couple more. I have 1 left in the freezer, but I did do it on Thanksgiving, and it was delicious. So I've got, Tommy got one home with ham. We all had dinner. We have a pot of soup. Dave's breakfast, my ham salad. Now I'm making my breakfast while we're talking. So I hope next week, if you do a ham, even if it's a spiral ham, a shank ham, which right now today I found out they're on sale. What burn am I looking for? This one. This is my 2 ounces of ham that I've already fried up. So it's ready to come out. And into that I'm going to put my eggs. I'm making breakfast for myself while we talk too. So I'm going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner done in 16 minutes so far. I mean, yes, I prepped ahead of time, but still, that's pretty darn good. And then this is my eggs. Hold on a minute, I got too much fat in the bottom of that. It's not bad fat, but I don't want all that fat. It was a little bit of butter to fry the eggs or the ham in. So a little bit of butter, and I took that out. So now it's just my eggies, and I got 1 piece of toast going, and then my breakfast will be right here. So I don't know, does this help you guys? Today I used this David's Killer Bread, which is 21 whole grains. It is 100. Let me take this off a minute. These David Killer breads are really delicious. They're organic. Are they organic? USA, yeah, organic breads. They're all whole grains and seeds. There's 6 grams of protein in 1 slice. So I'm going to put all of this in my app, and yes, I'll probably have to have a protein shake with my breakfast because it won't come up enough. I like my eggs cooked really gentle. Now, don't mind that they're brown because of the ham drippings. They're going to taste delicious. So if you see any brown, that's what it is. It's the ham drippings that I fried the ham in. That's it, guys. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, leftover ham goes many, many meals. Are you economically doing your dinners? I mean, the prices of food is absolutely insane. So I try really hard to make as much as I can from 1 hunk of meat. And yeah, I took out a turkey breast, so you know what I do with that. You've seen those videos. So these look brown, but they're going to be really good. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just that I cooked it in the same skillet I fried my ham in. And my toast is it did pop. And there's my toast. There's my ham eggs. And I'm going to put a little ketchup because that's how I roll. So I've done a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, a breakfast, 2 other dinners. It's magnificent. And thank you again for this apron. It is the most adorable little thing I've ever seen. And I love these aprons. I know it's kind of nerdish, but they help me when I sort my videos. So it even has these pockets. I just noticed it in there. It's adorable. And it's freezing here. So I've got a turtleneck under I don't like mock necks. I never have. So I always wear a turtleneck under them. So I thought maybe bright colors will brighten my mood. But when you make food during the holidays, do you think about the people? Food is associated with a lot of memories over the years. Songs, music, and food bring back everything, plus the fact that it is the holidays. So anyone who's out there that is alone or has just lost someone they love or is feeling a little down, I hope my videos make me feel like I visit you, and I hope that this helps you in some way. Everybody be kind to people because everyone's gone through a rough time in their life. Nobody knows what the other person's going through. And the world is ugly sometimes, and I don't want to be part of that ugly. I want to be part of the joy. So if I'm just going to keep going. It seems like I've got such a great community of people, and I love you guys more than you know. And it's really, really great that you want to see my face with my crazy videos. So that's leftover ham. I'm going to post it to YouTube. I don't even know when I'm going to get it over to Facebook. I have a lot of videos for the stupid cookies that, yeah, I'm in my pajamas. I'm 6 o'clock in the morning. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.